Since their success, the studio Unknown Worlds Entertainment has been working hard on a new game, and you guessed it, Subnautica 2. Many things have changed with a new game in development, including a new planet, biomes, and maybe a live service with microtransactions. Hello everyone, CozmicSaber here, and today we're diving deep into everything we know about Subnautica 2. So, what do we know so far? First, when is this game coming out? Well, right now, like most gaming studios, it's definitely delayed until after the Grand Theft Auto 6 launch. No, I'm just kidding. Subnautica 2 is set to release in 2025 in an early access state. It will initially be available on PC and Xbox via Steam Early Access, Game Pass, or Game Preview. Yes, it is paid early access for PC and Xbox, so buying during the planned 2 to 3 year development cycle will be cheaper, or hop in day one on Game Pass at no extra cost. Unfortunately for PlayStation users, you're not getting early access. This surprised me. From what I understand, there have been early access games on PlayStation in the past, but Sony doesn't have a dedicated program for early access. This could be why I saw no plans for it to come to PlayStation 5 in early access. I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox secured some kind of early access exclusivity deal, especially given the Game Pass day one support, but that's just my speculation. Now let's look at what Unknown Worlds has told us about this game. Subnautica 2 is an underwater survival adventure game set in an all-new alien world alongside an all-new story. You're a pioneer traveling to a distant world, but something's amiss. The ship's AI insists you carry on the mission. This world is too dangerous for humans to survive, unless you change what it means to be human. That last sentence deliberately tries to spark wonder. Alright, now we know Subnautica 2 takes place in an entirely new environment. It is not on the original planet 4546b from the first two games. It continues, play alone or with up to 3 friends in online multiplayer co-op. This sentence caused a lot of people to freak out, which is understandable since it was tied to the game as a service rumor. So Unknown Worlds clarified, Subnautica is still a single player focused game and multiplayer is entirely optional. Personally, I'm glad they added multiplayer. I like that it's optional, allowing players more choice and increases replayability of the game drastically. And there are rumors of proximity chat being added. Imagine this. You're miles deep in the ocean with your friend. You stumble upon a cave. Something lunges out and grabs your friend. As he is dragged deeper, his screams slowly fade away. Now you're left alone. What is your next move? Save your friend or retreat to safety? That's the kind of scenario multiplayer can bring. So I have to add, the switch up from the community is funny considering this was one of the most requested features of Subnautica 1. Maybe it's a small minority being loud, but even if that's true, I think they do have a point. That multiplayer can bring unwanted changes to games like live service. Those people's hearts are in the right place. They genuinely want Subnautica to preserve its identity. Moving forward, they also mention many returning features and improvement. Alongside basic items such as your scanner and flashlight, you'll find recipes for more advanced tools, equipment, and submersibles. Bases are more customizable with an overhauled building system. New tools allow for greater adaptation. A significant change this time around is the complete removal of weapons. Yep, the survival knife got the axe. We don't want you killing predators straight up. Interact with them, run from them. The solution shouldn't be bash them until dead. That's boring AF. Now, I see where the logic is coming from. Removing weapons can enhance tension, increasing fear and immersion. But calling weapons boring AF, I disagree. Remember Resident Evil 3? Sure, getting the assault rifle early makes things easy, but that's a timing issue, not a weapons issue. I mean, Subnautica 1 had a survival knife, but no one called it boring because of that. Anthony also said, if we do have weapons, they should be tools used to help the creatures of the world, not eliminate natural parts of the environment that bother you. My response is, why not? That's kind of the point of being human. We invent, create, destroy, and change the world because it bothers us. Look, don't misunderstand me. They can do what they want, and I agree with removing weapons. I mean, seriously, I'm glad that you can't kill the Leviathan Class C creatures. Think about it. Is the bully still scary if you knock him out? Probably not. So what I'm saying is that this can enhance the game in multiple ways, but I disagree with the reasons provided. Next, they said, this aquatic alien world is brimming with vibrant and breathtaking biomes, each teeming with diverse ecosystems and unique creatures. But something isn't right. This world is out of balance. What happened here? What happened to you? And more importantly, where are you? Scan creatures to learn more about them, and take samples for study. As you learn more about the world, evolve your genetics to adapt your body for survival. This is easily the most exciting new feature coming to Subnautica 2. The genetic modification or DNA upgrade mechanic sounds awesome and fits seamlessly into what you would expect from a follow-up title that's supposed to be bigger and better. So far, some examples that I've seen mentioned include night vision, faster swim speed, but the possibilities are vast with this new feature. You seem to evolve or modify your DNA through the BioSampler. Then these samples can be used to evolve your genetics and adapt your body for survival. This may be why Unknown Worlds wanted to completely remove weapons. They want us to change ourselves, not the environment. Again, it's a brilliant new feature. It's time. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Live service and microtransactions. Is this true? No. But it's not what you think. First off, Unknown Worlds is the developer, but Krafton is the publisher. During an earnings report, Krafton implied that Subnautica 2 would be a multiplayer live service game. And of course, people freaked out because publishers and even developers, I'm looking at you Tarkov devs, love to do exactly what would piss people off. As a result, Unknown Worlds quickly clarified with a series of tweets and a blog post in reference to games as a service. We simply plan to continually update the game for many years to come, just like the previous two Subnautica games. Think our early access update model expanded. No season passes, no battle passes, no subscriptions. The game is not multiplayer focused. Co-op will be an entirely optional way to play the game. You'll be able to enjoy the game as a single player game. This did help relieve a lot of fans' biggest worries, but some sharp-eyed fans pointed out they technically didn't directly roll out microtransactions. So I think Unknown Worlds should offer further clarification, and I'm sure they will because this is important stuff. Oh, it's time to get into the technical stuff. This time around, Unknown Worlds has switched to Unreal Engine 5 from Unity. Despite my disdain for every developer switching to Unreal Engine, I think this is actually a great move for several reasons. First, Unreal Engine 5 brings next-gen rendering with Nanite and Lumen. So what is Nanite and Lumen? Nanite and Lumen are core features in Unreal Engine 5. Nanite lets you import high-poly, film quality models without manually making LODs. So instead of taking months, Unknown Worlds can directly import dense coral, detailed creature models, etc. The engine automatically scales the detail of each object, preserving consistent fidelity without major performance hits. All of that to say that it gives you better graphics while maintaining performance. Now let's explain Lumen. This is going to be way quicker. It calculates global illumination and reflections in real time, giving realistic underwater lighting, so think ray tracing. Subnautica 1 already looked great, but Unreal Engine 5 streamlines development thanks to its built-in tools and rendering pipelines. On the other hand, Unity often requires a ton of plugins to match Unreal Engine's default capabilities. Fans are expecting Subnautica 2 to be bigger, better, and prettier, and Unreal Engine 5 absolutely helped with that. My overall impressions of Subnautica 2 is positive. Look, I'm not going to pretend like this new entry will be a guaranteed success. Actually, it might not be. They are making drastic design decisions like fully removing weapons, switching to UE5, and adding multiplayer, and the list goes on. Not to mention some of the culture war shenanigans looming in the shadows. But from what I've seen so far, the team at Unknown Worlds Entertainment understand that this game absolutely must invoke the same terror the first game delivered on. The shift to Unreal Engine 5 could unlock massive improvements in atmosphere and visual fidelity. The idea of cautiously exploring with friends has real potential as well. So if they can strike the right balance between innovation and what fans loved about the first game, this could be something really special. Well, that's basically everything we know about Subnautica 2. Since you made it to the end of the video, and if you found it informative, please consider leaving a like. Twitch, please go follow me on Twitch. I am gearing up for my first stream over there. It's a great place for you guys to interact with me, and I appreciate any support you guys give me. Thanks for watching. I'm CozmicSaber, and I'll see y'all in the next video.